Hello, today we're going to continue on with Unit 5, and we are now in Chapter 6, and we are at the point of doing our first quiz. Our first quiz will be on 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3. There's a nice quiz review we put out on page 265, and this video is on that. So let's get started. So I had you do a few problems from this. Okay, so we start out with number 1. List the ordered pairs shown in the mapping diagram, then determine if the relation is a function. Okay, so what you're going to do here is the ordered pairs, when you're looking at a mapping diagram like that, this would be 10, 0. That'd be one of them. 10, comma, 0. 20, comma, 0. 20, comma, 0. 30, comma, 10. 30, comma, 10, and 40, comma, 5, 40, comma, 5. So those are ordered pairs that's being represented by the use of this mapping diagram. Okay, so what the question is this relation a function? And it is a function. So your answer is yes, it is, because for each input, there's directly one output. So your answer for number 1 would be these ordered pairs, and they answer yes, it is a function. Moving on to number 2, same thing, list the ordered pairs shown in the mapping diagram, then determine if the relation is a function. Let's start with the first one. Ordered pair 0, -5. Ordered pair 0, -4. Ordered pair 2, -3. Ordered pair 3, -2. Okay, now, so those are the ordered pairs that are being represented with the mapping diagram, inputs and outputs. Okay, so as far as the question of whether or not this relation is a function, if you take a look at this first input of 0, 0 goes to both -5 and 0 goes to -4. So that says that it's not a function. So the answer is no, it is not a function. The next question I asked you to do was 3, 4, and 5, where we were asked to find the value of y for the given value of x. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this x and you're going to substitute it into your expression or your equation, function in this case, this section. And your y is -30. Number 4, y equals 6 minus 2x, x is equal to 11. Y is equal to 6 minus 2x, x is equal to 11. That would put you at y is equal to 6 minus the 2 times 11. Okay, now you just want to make sure that you do your order of operations first. So this multiplication is done first before you subtract. 2 times 11 is 22. And your answer is -16. -16 for number 4. And the last one in this section is number 5. Y is equal to 4x plus 5. X is equal to 1/2. So y is equal to 4 times 1/2. And then you're going to add 5 to it. All right, 4 times 1/2 is 2. Add 5, and your y is equal to 7 for number 5. Then we went and skipped the graphing and we moved down to number 9 through 13. 9 through 13. 9 and 10, the directions are use the graph or table to write a linear function. Okay, so you're gonna need to know how to do this, and it all comes down to slope and intercept. So if you have your slope and you have your intercept, you're good to go with your equation. So you need those two items. You're going to need the slope and the intercept to create your equation. So let's do that now with this first one. Let's find the slope first. If I pick 2 points to work with, if I go up to here, let me switch the thickness of the line, over 1. Okay, so you've got 2, rise of 2 over 1. So your slope in this case is 2 over 1 or 2. Okay, so that tells me that you've got 2 times x plus, now you got to look for the intercept. The intercept happens to be this point here. When x is 0, y is -4. So your b is -4. So your answer would be y is equal to -2x plus a -4. Again, that's where your y is, your 0, -4 position, where it crosses the y-axis. So you'll have to do one of them or 2 of them, I believe, for oops. All right, hold on. Okay, there we go. You're gonna have a couple of them on the test. Number 10, use the graph or table to write a linear function. Here comes a table. All right, so when you look at your x and your y, you're still going to look to see if you can find that slope, all right? And find that intercept, all right? Find the slope and find your intercept, and then you can go and finish off your equation. Well, change in y, okay? As you kind of go along here, when we have a table, we just went ahead and just did this change in y. This is +2. This is +2. And this is +2. Over the change in x. This is +3. This is +3. This is +3. So we've used this kind of strategy to find slope before. So in this case, the slope is equal to 2 over 3. 2 over 3, 2/3. Okay. So pick a couple points. You can also use the slope formula if you're interested in using the slope formula. But the table, if this is all consistent, works quite nicely just using the change. All right, now we're going to look for the intercept. And the intercept is within this table, and it's when x is 0. And when x is 0, your intercept is -1. So your answer will be y equals 2/3 x plus a -1. And that would be your answer for number 10. Okay, moving along to number 11, puppies. Okay, the table shows the ages of 4 puppies and their weights. Use the table to draw a mapping diagram. All right, so you have to draw a mapping diagram here. I use the reference of a hockey rink. All right, at a hockey rink 1 and a hockey rink 2. And in the hockey rink 1, we're going to put all of the ages, 3, 4, 6, 10, and then hockey rink 2, we're going to put the weight, 11. 85. Now 85 is noted twice here. So we're going to just put 185. Don't put 285s. You don't need to do that with mapping diagrams. All you have to do is show it once. So then map them over, 3 to 11. Okay, you got to put your arrows. 4 to 85. 6 to 85. And 10 to 480. 480 ounces, and that would be a number 11. Moving on to number 12, music. Got 2 more questions in our quiz review. An online music store sells a song for 90 cents each. Okay, there's your slope. There's your rate of change. So in this case, your slope is 0.9. Okay, I just thought I'd cross that path right away. Whenever you see selling rate, hourly rate, those types of things, those are all slope. 0.9 is M. Okay, so it says write a function that you can use to find the cost C of buying S songs. So we got S is the cost. I should take that back. Okay, it's not S. It is C. We're going to take C songs, and we're going to put the rate down, 0.9 times the number of songs, S. And that would be your answer for A. Big C is equal to 0.9, 9/10 times S, the number of songs. Then with number 12, letter B, what is the cost of buying 5 songs? Okay, so go ahead and take 5. We've got our equation, and we're going to substitute in for S. This is an S, not a 5, okay? Don't get that mixed up. We're going to substitute in for S the number of songs, which is 5. So they only bought 5 songs online, and that would be $4.50. 9 times 5 is 45. So it'd be $4.50 for 5 songs for number 12. Okay, last one today, quiz review 6.1 to 6.3 on page 265 is number 13. Advertising. The table shows that the revenue R in millions of dollars of a company when it spends $1 million on advertising. Okay, so here's the revenue and here's your advertising. Write and graph a linear function that relates the revenue to the advertising cost. So as you go up in advertising, this is +2. Okay, this is +2. This is +2. This is also +2. Let's see if we have a pattern over here. This is +4. This is +4. Okay, this is +4. And this is +4. Okay. So we're going to write and graph a linear function that relates the revenue to the advertising costs. All right, so we're going to consider this like the X here. This is the Y. All right, so 4/2 is the slope. So for A, you have a 4/2, which has a slope of 2. Okay, so if you look at Y is equal to 2 times X, but we're not using Y and X here. We're using R, okay, is the revenue, and that would be where the Y is. So the revenue is equal to 2 times the advertising, which is A, okay? So that would be writing a linear function relating the revenue to advertising costs. It'd be a simple graph, and I'm going to bypass the graphing for the review. The graph would look like this. Okay. Letter B, what is the revenue of the company when it spends 15 million on advertising? So we're going to put 15 in 4A. 2 times 15, and your revenue is 30. Revenue is 30, and we're talking about in millions. So the revenue in this case, $30 million in revenue when you spend 15 million in advertising. All right, any questions on that? Let me know, but that looks good for now. Take a look at these problems. Your quiz will be very similar to these types of problems. And I hope you found this beneficial today. This was from page 265, the 6.1 to 6.3 quiz. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much for listening.